Hey there, everyone. It is Kim Crumpus, and welcome to another New York Session Market Recap video. Today is Tuesday, July 23rd, and I want to talk about some of the trading opportunities that we had during the session and show you the exact trades that I took and kind of give you just an overall summary. So let's go ahead. But before we begin, let's take a look at the risk disclosure. Everyone who's been trading or is just beginning to trade should know by now that trading is very risky. And even though everyone's heard this ad nauseum probably, we still have to say it, that trading results can vary among traders. And even if you've been trading for a while or if you're brand new to trading, your results can be substantially different. There's never any guarantees or promises about how successful you might be compared to someone else or compared to even me. And your level of success depends on a lot of things with respect to your lifestyle and how much money you have in your account, all sorts of different factors, all right? So bottom line, trading is very risky for everyone who trades. No one can escape the risk. Let's go ahead now and just talk briefly about our trading guidelines. All right, so if you've listened to any of my prior videos, you know that we have these trading guidelines. We have a 20-second planning process that everyone learns when they come through the doors of the Price Action Traders Institute. That planning process allows us the ability to identify our setups, and those setups tell us exactly where to get into the market and when to execute. It also provides us with a mechanism to choose which pair or pairs you want to trade during that session. For instance, there might be multiple setups. On some mornings, there's no setups, and on others, there's a lot of them. You have a choice, you pick it. And then lastly, of course, how to execute that plan. We show you how we execute, what's the best way, and how we manage those trades. Let's go ahead now and jump into the charts. The first pair that we're looking at is the euro dollar. You should see this on your screen. It says euro dollar right here. And I want to draw your attention to, let me get my handy drawing tool. The first setup here was at 5:30 a.m. Pacific, 8:30 Eastern, and that's within our best times to trade hours, all right? And if you missed that setup, you had another chance. Actually, during our live trade planning session, there was another setup on the 6:15 a.m. candle that happened that traders could have gotten positioned short into this move. And then there was another setup down here. I was in this first setup, and I took the market short at 74, and I exited at our first target down at 50, and that gave me plus 24 on that first trade. Once I got out of the market, which was down in here, there was another trading opportunity, which I jumped into and took another 6 pips. So that gave me plus 30 on the euro this morning. This was probably my best trade of the day. Let's go ahead and jump over to the EJ. The EJ, there was a setup right here. Unfortunately, it was not during our best hours to trade for New York session traders. Maybe straggling London session traders could have gotten in this move. It ended up being a decent move. I ended up getting into a setup down in here, right in here. And I ended up coming out of this move at break even. It just didn't follow through. It was getting kind of late in the session, and there really wasn't anything to do, so I jumped out of it. Next, we're going to take a look at the pound. We had news overnight that Boris Johnson became the prime minister, and I thought maybe the pound might start moving. No go. The pound was dead in the water. It continues to be very whippy and wonky. I'm only trading really solid moves. There was none. The pound yen, same thing as the pound, just really wonky. All this ranging stuff, you should be able to see it like this. These are not moves. These are just sideways, maddening moves. The AU, there was a setup that occurred at 6:15 this morning. I did not see it. I was on the planning session that happened, and I was unable to get into this trade. And so therefore, I took no trades on this. but it was a beautiful setup. I think the pair moved about 20 pips on this break down here. Yeah, it moved down about 20 pips right through a target. Also, the AJ, there was a setup here. This setup failed, but then there would have been a quick re-entry for traders who understand the re-entry rules that we teach. Otherwise, you could have gotten in here if you missed this break. I did not trade it. All right. This one, the dollar yen, there was a setup here this morning on the 5:15 a.m. candle. This one, I got into this move, and looking back, doing my review for the day, I didn't manage this trade too well. I got in at 10. That was the pricing. And the first target up on our list is at 20. And price got as high as 29. And I only moved my stop up, my protective stop, to +5. And guess what? That protective stop was hit. So it took me out for +5. I got back in on another yellow line move that we call a pullback move, and ended up hitting a full stop for -10. So net, I ended up losing 5 pips on this dollar yen when I should have had at least 10 pips. Dollar CAD. There was also a setup in here. Beautiful clear move to the upside had begun just before our trade planning session had started. And this one also, unfortunately, I was taken out with a full stop. The market just pulled right against the trade, ended up changing the read completely, and there was never any re-entry or a way to get back into this move. The CAD yen. There was really never any trades here. This was ranging price action. It looked like there may have been a break right here, and some traders may have gotten in on this, and it failed. So they would have gotten out with a small loss. I did not take any trades on this. And then lastly, the New Zealand, which was probably my second best trade next to the euro. And that was this one right in here. There was a setup here, Price Action Traders Institute setup at 5:15 a.m. Pacific. And this trade, I actually punched out. I got in this trade short and right in this area in here, and came out with +20. My protective stop was hit. It didn't come down to the target. I was looking for a target down at 0.0. It did not come down there. And then I got back in again on another short move. It's still early enough, and I ended up punching out on this one with +6. Oops, sorry, +7. So punched out. So this one netted +27. So there were several opportunities. A couple I didn't see, I didn't get, I wasn't able to get. For instance, on the Australian dollar pairs. The dollar yen, I could have managed that a little bit better. We'll see. You know, sometimes you do the best you can in the moment, and you can't second guess yourself. All right, so let's do a quick summary. So today I took 8 trades in total. Out of those 8, 2 were losers. That was on the dollar yen and the CAD. I had 1 break even. That was on the euro yen. And then I had 5 winners. And that was the euro dollar for 2, the New Zealand dollar for 2, and then that one small one, which hit my protective stop on the dollar yen. So all of those trades netted this. Euro dollar in total +30, and that was on those 2 trades. The EJ was a break even. That's the 1 break even. The dollar yen, remember, I had a net loss of 5 pips. The CAD hit a full stop for -10. And then the New Zealand, 2 trades on that for +27. And if you add all of these up, gives you +42. All right, so I consider this to be an excellent day. There was a lot of opportunities. There was ways to get in the market, capitalize, and get out, and actually end up with a profitable day and still having winning trades, along with a few, I consider a break even kind of a losing trade because there's costs that you incur. So pretty much a 60% win type day, and the rest were losses, but still net positive for the day. All right, so let's go ahead, and if you want to reach me, you can reach me by emailing me at info@priceactiontradersinstitute.com, or visit our website at priceactiontradersinstitute.com. There's more information and videos there. There's also information on our do-it-yourself online training. If you don't want to be part of the membership, we do have a course called Command Your Trading, or follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/PriceActionKim. Thank you for listening, and I hope you have a great rest of your day or evening. All right, thanks again. Talk to you soon.